Welcome back to the morning show here on the Rise News. Now, women are generally underrepresented throughout different sectors and industries. However, technology is one field that continues to fall behind in attracting women to its workforce. A study conducted by McKinsey & Co. and Leaning.org stated that the gender gap in technology, hardware and software for women in corporate America is still quite high. Our first guest saw the same issues here in Nigeria and decided to do something about it. Yvonne Allanah encourages girls to embrace STEM through her company, Afrotech Girls, and she'll be telling us just how she and her partners do that. Welcome to the morning show.
Thank you.
Where are your partners?
Unfortunately, they couldn't make it, but they sent all their love.
Oh, bless.
Yeah. So tell us a bit more about Afrotech. Is it a feminist movement, would you say?
No, so Afrotech Girls isn't a feminist movement because I think the word is sometimes used in different ways. What it is about for sure is it's to educate young girls, encourage them and empower them. So it's portraying to them women who have been successful in STEM careers, who are still doing it now, and to get them interested in the subjects. It's not enough to only pique their curiosity, but also teach them and equip them with the skills that they need. So you'd see girls who say, well, I never thought I could do this because I just assumed it was a man's field. We've had sessions where we go to speak to young girls or young students and, you know, based on how we're dressed, they're like, oh, what do you think we do? And they say things like, oh, you're probably like a makeup artist or you're a banker, you know, because you look pretty. And it's like, why would you just assume that, you know, an engineer can look pretty or a doctor can't or a technologist or a coder?
So what exactly, that's what I want to ask. Like, what do you think from your research, what is the source of that mentality? Why do young girls just, first of all, run away from sciences and then just assume like every pretty person is an actress?
Yeah.
Or a makeup artist?
See like you.
So I would say the first one is probably homes. So starting from the home, a lot of growing up, like our parents, our moms weren't in such fields, so they didn't see that up close at home. Not a lot of girls are privileged enough to be in homes where they're encouraged to explore all of the different possibilities that are available to them. So that's the first place. Then moving on to schools, I think our schools could do enough to encourage girls, you know, encourage everyone at large. But for some reason, I think even at an early age, boys, you know, would go with their dads to the mechanic workshop. Yeah. You know, they would have robots, like a parent wants to buy a toy, you buy a race car for the boy, you buy a Barbie doll for the girl. I played with Barbie dolls, there's nothing wrong with that. But like, if you're doing that, you also need to show them that there's much more to that as well. Right. And then even further to that, like even for those in the workplace, so the few who make it into the workplace, they don't see enough of their kind, in quotes. Yeah. So after a while, you start struggling with imposter syndrome, saying, okay, do I really fit in? Is this where I need to be? There's so many men around me. Maybe, you know, my innate traits are not wired to be in this environment. So it's the conditioning, like you said, from an early age, you know, exposing them to many things. They can play with Barbie dolls, but they can play with race cars too. As well. Yeah, so it's all of that.
And the films like, oh, what was one Taraji P. Henson?
Yes, Hidden Figures.
Hidden Figures.
Now, such a good...
it was such a great movie, but in history, I don't feel like we were told that this is what actually happened. That these were women, especially even black women, that were behind all these like codings and coming up with all these theories and things like that.
Yeah, so those were hidden stories, you know.
Yeah, definitely. No pun intended.
Nobody talking about it.
But how is the budding tech, you know, industry here? How has it helped your platform? Because it's really pushing forward. You know, we've seen Mark Zuckerberg come and, you know, talk to Andela and invest and things like that. How has that helped Afrotech?
I think it's helped a lot to see that a lot of, you know, startups here and a lot of visibility on what's going on in the technology space. So with that, it's more in the media. So for these girls, first of all, they're seeing more of that, and then their interest is piqued to say, okay, how can I be a part of this movement? There's a lot of buzz, to be honest, with the technology space, and it's good. But what we're trying to do, especially this year and how we're structuring our event, is we're trying to see a lot of that operationalized. It's great to see that as a concept, it's great to see it as an idea, but we want to see it start being implemented and applied in STEM. So we try to focus, okay, yes, it's technology, but how can I see technology in healthcare? How can I see technology in manufacturing? How can I see technology in financial services? Even in media, in entertainment. So it's an enabler to all these things. So we want them to see that it's not just a fancy idea, it's not a buzzword, but it's something that actually makes our lives better.
Yeah, and the pictures coming across the screen are those of your mentees.
Yes.
Yes. How amazing. Yeah, that's amazing what you're doing with them. So is this like a school club? Have you been able to build the mentorship the mentorship
platform. So it's not a school club. So how we've structured it is it runs for 6 months. We match the mentees, so the young girls, so they're in between 13 to 16 years old, to mentors who are young female professionals in STEM. We try to keep the age bracket as close to the young girls as much as possible, so they see that, oh, it's, you know, it's fun and it's exciting. And then each month we have a topic where we introduce them to a tool, and then they get to learn about it. So we did things like web development. We started the first month with a personality test, because not everyone is designed to be a coder. There are so many different things that you could be, and based on how you're wired as an individual, because everyone is unique. So exposing them to that and educating them on that. Etiquette, you know, how you present yourselves, you know, so many different things. They got to visit a data center by one of our partners at the time as well during the mentorship program. So at the end of it, we had them come up with their vision board, you know, basically showing where they see themselves in a couple of years and how they would get there. So we've structured it that way. It's open to girls from different schools. We haven't segregated it to just a particular school. This year, there might be a lot more enhancement to how we've structured it in the past, but it's open to the public. It's not an after-school program for now.
And for girls to be represented in STEM?
There are a lot of reasons. So the vision for the organization was actually founded based on our experiences. So myself and my co-founders, all three of us studied engineering.
Are you all female?
Yes.
Yeah.
So all three females, but we have men on our team, because that's also something we're trying to emphasize on a lot, that men have a huge role to play in this as well. So we're all female engineers. So going through the school system, in our classes, we were a minority. You'd be in a class of over 50 people and probably less than 5 females. So we wanted to see these numbers change, because at the end of the day, that's what happens to the workforce. You have fewer women, you know, they go through the selection process, and, you know, you start losing some of them, and as you rise up the ladder, you start losing a lot more. So one of the things for sure that women bring is they bring a different perspective. Women can multitask amazingly. We are not given enough credit for that. So, you know, there's so much, a different way to thinking, a different approach to solving problems, and just having a mix thereof. If a man can do it, a woman can do it too.
Yeah. 2 or better.
Better, actually. Thanks, seriously.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. So how can people reach Afrotech Girls?
Yes, so first thing is you can visit our website, so www.afrotechgirls.org, or any of our handles on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, at Afrotech Girls. We're having a couple events coming up, so if anyone would like to volunteer or be a mentor, you should feel free to reach out to us.
And on the website, I can find out how to register my daughter or like a niece for the Afro.
Yes,
for the
so there's a
program.
sign-up form, you know, be a volunteer, be an ambassador, be part of the program, be a mentee.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you so much, ladies.
Oh, that's all from Yvonne, amazing woman doing amazing things. When we return, Adewale Yusuf of Tech Point will be in the studio with us. Don't go away.